All right, guys, we are live today. How are y'all doing? Hope y'all are doing well. Doing well. All right. So we're going to do the usual. I'll play for about 5 minutes and then we'll get started. We're talking all about Dhene today. I've taken a poll before, and Dhene was people's least favorite bowl to practice. It was Terekete, Dhere Dhere. Pretty sure Terekete was number 1, Dhere Dhere number 2, and then 3 was Tete, and Dhene was 4, if I remember that correctly. I can pull that up really quickly. Let me just pull that up because I just find that so fascinating. Let's see. If I click create post, I go down here. I'll even show you guys as well before I start the thing. Okay, let's see. Solos, accompaniment. Yeah. Oh no, Dhene was. Oh, okay. I take that back. Wow. I guess I'll have to change the stream title and everything. Yeah. It turns out Dhene was number 2. Baya improvement was number 4. Wow, that is sad. Now that and 200 people voted too. So out of 200 people voting, they thought improving their Baya was number 4. Wow, man, that is sad. That is sad right there. Okay, all right. So we're gonna start with 5 minutes of Baya improvement with Dhene and we'll with Dhati just because everyone hates it so much. So just because, to trigger you guys a little bit, we're gonna start with that. All right, so here we go. All right, so I'm working on this one. And I'm trying to mix it with Dhati Ghene. So what I've come up with is something like no, one more time. So Dhati Ghene Dhene Dhati Ghene Dhati Ghene Dhene Dhati Ghene Dhene Dhati Ghene Dhati Ghene. See, but the thing is, I don't really get good practice on the Dhati Ghene Dhene because I can only play so fast right now with my index finger and get the weight I want. So this is the speed I'm having to play at. It's a bit frustrating, but I mean it's good gradual improvement. So it would go like this. No, one more time. Sorry. Dhati Ghene. Hey, Triptraj, how's it going, man? We're practicing your favorite bowl, Dhene Ghene. Today, all about Dhene Ghene. We should have invited you to come in and talk on this subject since it's your favorite. We should have done that. So yeah, we'll get started in just a moment. Everyone's favorite bowl, Dhene Ghene. Must be early for you. But yeah. So what I'm trying to figure out, and since you're in the chat, you might as well give me ideas. So I'm trying to figure out, the one that I sent you a document with the one that I was talking about. So Dhati. So this one Aranya gave. How's it going, Tadpole? So I'm trying to combine this with Dhati Ghene Dhene Dhati Ghene Dhene Dhati Ghene. Practice them both, but the speed I'm getting is not very good. So it'd go. But for me, of course, I've said many times, this index is important. So faster than this, I can't really go. So if I went faster, it would be. And that for me is too light as of this point on the index. So that's, what I'm working on. How's it going, Tadpole? Hope it's going well for you. So yeah, all about the index. All is well. Taking a break from tabla to rest my wrist, but getting back at practice tomorrow. Good, man. I don't talk about rest enough, but it's really important. I'm not very good at it either. All right, guys, so let's get started on Dhene. Unless we can give it a minute or two more. All right. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and let's see. Okay, get started on Dhene. I know I said that probably 10 times, but here we go. Dhingen and Dhengena. What's the difference between Dhingen and Dhengena? Okay, as far as I knew, Dhingen was just a shorter way to say Dhenegene. People just kind of abbreviated it, where, some people would call Terikat, TRKT. I think it's just an abbreviation, as far as I know. Make sure I clean my siahi off real quick. Always important to have I have a very good composition in Dhenegene, which you might like. I'll send you. Yeah, send it to me, and you can even send me a clip of you playing it, or just the bowls. I'll even play it on stream if it's cool with you. All right? Okay, cool. All right, so here we go. So I was going to start with the old clip of me playing, but I'm not in the mood for that really that much. So here we go. Okay, so everyone's been asking, or not everyone, but a few people have been asking about mastering Dhati Dhene. Right here, it should be Dhene. So I just wanted to make these 5 steps. I know I've covered this before, but, I'm covering it one more time how to do it. For Dhene Ghene, when you play Ne and Gene, is it closed or open? Should be closed. Dhene Ghene. So I guess that's a good place to start. How to play Dhene Ghene. Good. Perfect. Thank you so much, Tadpole. All right, so Dhene. So take your fingers like you're playing Tete. Okay, by the way, guys, I play sideways for my shoulder, so Tete. Dhene. Wow, some of my siahi just broke. Okay, so Dhene. Dhene. So like Tete, so turn your index. So Dhene. Ghene. So you can play it open, I guess. So the first ne is open, second is closed. Like that. So that's kind of how it goes. All right. So Dhati Ghene Dhene. All right, we're gonna talk about that. Hopefully that's clear on which one is open and closed. So Dhati Ghene Dhene. So first step is to master Dhati Ghene as much as you can. As much practice as you can give this, give it. I know it's boring. I know without the Dhene, it's really boring to just sit there and go. But make sure that Ne is coming out well. That's the thing. The Ti and the Ne, you just have to make sure those are coming well. And try to get creative with the Baya. I know it's not the most fun, but just think of ways. Of course, pulling back is one way. Or you could do. Now beyond that, I can't think of anything. You could, okay, so there's three things you do. You could pull back, you could push, or you could. All right, so make sure you're doing that as much as you can. As much as you can. All right, do that and then get to a good speed with that. All right, 5 steps doesn't mean you'll do it in 5 minutes. Maybe take a month. Okay, now I think that's unrealistic. That's probably too long. Take at least a week and get your Dhati Dhene to a good speed, at least like, you know, something like that. Get it at a good speed. So like that. Get it at a good speed like that. And then from there, you know, then you can kind of speed up. All right, I'll play the clip that you sent me in a moment too. All right, yeah. I'll play it after this. So, okay. So, make sure that Dhati Dhene is good. Okay? And then from there on, and by the way, good meaning you can play it at a speed where it's consistent, it's pretty loud, you know. You'll have to use your own judgment for that. And then after that, play Dhati Dhene Laggis. All right, to even kind of master this even more. So Dhati Dhene Tik Dhene Dhati Dhene Tik Dhene Dhati Dhene Tik. Before you get to Dhati Dhene Dhene, once you've gotten Dhati Dhene down, then you can play, you know, so stuff like. Or so play different laggis like that and really get the Dhati Dhene down before you move to the Dhene. I learned that Dhene Dhene is played open, so confused when it's closed versus opened, depending on the composition. As far as I know, it's always played like this. Forget about open, close. It's just played like this. So Dhene. So Dhene, like that. Dhene. You're right. It is played open. The Dhene. It's the Dhene. I guess you can say it is played open. Even that last ne technically would be a bit more open sounding, but it's maybe not as open as the first one. So one more time. So yeah, I guess slower, it sounds more closed, but just play it open. I think the way you were taught it was fine. All right. So throw your Dhene when playing Dhati Dhene. We're not at that yet. So anyways, more Dhati Dhene Laggis. I think, by the way, I explained Dhene Dhene slightly, you know, poorly right there. I think I could have explained that better. Okay. So Dhati Dhene Laggis, you know, Tik Dhene Dhati Dhene, or without Dhene right now, without much Dhene. So you could do that has Dhene in it, but with like minimal Dhene. Man, I'm not explaining this properly. Anyway, so. So just work on Dhati Dhene as much as you can, all right? Then, of course, this is an important step. All right, this is a very important step. Throw your Dhene when playing Dhati Dhene Dhene. All right, this is a very important step. 1 second, let me throw this. All right, cool. Okay, so throw your Dhene when playing Dhati Dhene Dhene. All right, as much as you can. So on this, just go. Okay, so one thing you'll have to do, and this is as you get better, you'll have to play the D here. And this is probably something I should have said on step 1. Man, I'm all over the place today. The D should be played here. That's why you're practicing the Dhati Dhene so much. So look, all the D's here. So that's that. All right. So then once you throw your dhene, then add in multiple dhenes, and then play a diversity of Dhati Dhene Dhene bowls, and you should be good with your Dhati Dhene Dhene. All right. So one more time, I just want, this is kind of stuck in my head. What you said, Tadpole, is that Dhene Dhene is played open. So I'm confused whether it's played open or closed. Is it depending on the composition? I think Dhene so I think Dhene can be played closed. You know, Dhene. So actually, to be honest, I'm now realizing this on stream. It depends on the composition. I actually just realized that. Because if you're playing multiple dhenes, then even that can be closed. For example, and I guess this is something good I should probably really make clip and make note of. For example, let's say you have this composition, and Triptraj, if you're still in the chat, feel free to pipe in too. So dhene dhena ghene dhene tik dhene dhena ghene tine tina ghene tine tik dhene dhena ghene. So this I saved for the end, but maybe we'll just start backwards today. So not every Dhene Dhene phrase has to be a Rela, which I wanted to make clear. So in this one, they would all be closed. So Dhene Dhena. So right there. So dhene dhena ghene. It should be dhene, but anyways, dhene dhena ghene dhene. So dhene. I guess this should be dhene. So all right. So basically, if dhene is being played in between, it will act as closed bowl most of the time. Yeah, maybe. But see, the thing is, if you're adding multiple dhenes, then they'd be open. So that's why the question you asked, I never really, thought of it. Oh yeah, by the composition you said was dhar ghin tak dhin ghe dhin dhar ghin. Dha ghin tak dhin ghe dhin dhar ghin. Man, I'm sorry, I have no idea what that is. But anyways, what I was saying is, let's say you were playing, like let's say you're playing dhatar natar. It would all be open. See, for all that, it'd be open right there. So that's kind of one thing right there. So I guess, yeah. And Triptraj is saying, so basically, if Dhene is played in between, it will act as a closed bowl most of the times. Yeah. So I guess it is subjective. But that question really kind of stumped me right there. Oh, wait. Can you play that even slower, what you just played? Yeah, the yeah. Sorry, this tabla is a bit dirty, but hope that's not too annoying to sound. All right, so. धा तेरे किट ना तेरे किट तिन तिन ता तेरे किट धा तेरे किट दिन. All right. So that's kind of one phrase right there. So, anyways, I think I explained the Dhati Gene enough. So then you want to play phrases with multiple dhenes in it, like the one I just played had multiple dhenes. But one I'm talking in specific is, you could play. So like that. So dhene 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 dhati gene dhene dhati gene tik dhene gene dhati gene tine tanti gene. So this is one of my favorites, multiple dhenes, and then play things with the diversity of dhati gene dhene bowls. And by the way, Turpraj, if you're still here, the word diversity I got from talking to you. You were just saying a day or two ago, or yesterday, or whenever it was for you, where you were saying you should play a diversity of phrases. So included that right there. All right, perfect. So that's there. When it comes to, so let's now skip around. I guess we don't have to do this all, but I guess one important thing is once you get better, don't throw your wrist too far for dhenegene, because that'll make it harder. Use more of your wrist, but in the beginning, just make sure you're getting the right sound. So just make sure you're really getting the right sound. All right. So let's say, you're playing Dhati Gene Dhene, but you're really struggling with the ne. You sent me the bowls as well. All right. Well, to the whole composition or what? All right. Let's just see what you're sending me. Might as well open it and see. All right. So dha good. All right. I'll check this out in a bit. All right. How's it going, Inderjeet? I just saw your messages. Tupraj is here as well. All right. Cool. I'll check out that composition. It's in a kind of different way, or written in a different way. So yeah. So make sure you play multiple dhenes and play things with the diversity of Dhati Gene Dhene bowls. For example, there's all sorts of different things. I think something Ustad Al-Araka used to play would be, and by the way, he would also always play this with the middle finger, which I learned making a video and someone corrected me, so. Like that. So make sure to practice even things like that. I haven't played that in a while, but it's important to do that. All right, so we'll get to all these nanagene and dhenegene exercises, but there's a phrase that I talk about every now and then on this channel, not very often, but it's really good for ne. All right, really good, which is gadine terekite gadine nanakene, and kind of emphasize the ne when you're playing this. Now, it's not really a dhenegene phrase because it has terekite in it, but it's still good for the ne. And it's very strange, but you should go and learn this, all of you guys. It's worth learning because it's kind of a tongue twister, because you play gadi, gadine, gadine. Awesome. Yeah, thank you for detailed dhenegene, no problem. Gadine. Gadine. So gadine terekite gadine nanakene. Like that. So gadine terekite. So it is a tongue twister. Definitely you guys should work on this. It'll mess with your head, but it'll help a little bit. So gadine terekite. So do you hear how the ne is kind of has a solid somewhat sound? It's not being played lightly, so. So like that. You can play Kali Bhari and all that, but it's important because the beat also kind of lands on the ne. So if you're gonna play this properly, you have to kind of really make sure that's standing out well. How's it going, Arya? All right, so one more time. So Gadine tere kitte gadine na. A bit faster. So anyways, like that. It's not the best sounding phrase. If I played a little bit faster. It's an all right phrase. I heard one time Pandit Kumar Bose played on stage at Darbar, I think of all places. Someone in the comments found it. It's unbelievable. Awesome. Great, Arya. I'm sure it's fantastic meeting him. All right. What is the difference between Dhene Gene and Dhara Gene? Okay, this is a guess. All right, I can't say for sure. Dhene Gene, Dhana Gene. Dhara Gene, I think it could be this. Is when you're playing the sharpener. That could be my guess on why you'd call that. So Dhene Gene. So like that, basically. All right. So let's see. Someone calling me? Okay. All right. No, we're good. Okay. So, all right. Not every phrase has to be. So we already went over this guy for dhine dhina gene dhine tik dhine dhina gene tin tina gene tin tik dhine dhina gene. I'll go over it one more time because this is actually kind of catchy and you don't even have to go very, very fast. So you could play to it like with a nice swing to it. Actually, my guru said that dhara is basically dhati. Yeah, so that's an important point. Dhara is not in the vocabulary I was taught in. So I had to guess what it is. The only place I've heard it dhara gene dhine dhagitere ke nati ke dhine nana gene. So that's where I've heard dhara gene. So that would be for me dhana gene. Dhara is something else for them. Basically, guys, just learn tabla acoustically. Don't worry too much about, the phrasing and things like that. Unless you have exams to give, then it's important. Cool, but thank you for that, Arya. All right, so we have this. We can now go to the top of the Dhene Gene stuff. All right, so please play slowly so that I can see and learn finger positioning. All right, on which one? Yeah, I'm sorry I keep doing that. I think I get a bit frustrated playing slowly. Okay, which one in particular do you want me to go slowly on? I can go back and do that. My Guruji taught by Dhara Gene. Basically, it's Dhati Gene. I don't understand how that'd be possible, where every Dhati Gene is Dhara Gene. Then what would be the need to say Dhara Gene if there's already a way to say it? There has to be something different than Dhati Gene. Maybe if Triptaraj is here, he could, answer it too. He knows a lot. Okay. All right. So we have this. Which one in particular, user LY, did you want slowly? Oh, yes. Dhine, dhina, ghine. Okay, yeah, cool. So dhine. So dhine, dhine, dhina, ghene, dhine. That's the first part. Dhine, dhina, ghene, dhine, tik, dhine, dhina, ghene. Dhine, dhina, ghene, dhine, tik, dhine, dhina, ghene. A little bit slower. So dhine, dhina, ghene, dhine, dhina, ghene, dhine. Dhine, dhina, ghene, dhine. Tikka dhene dhina ghene. Dhine dhina ghene dhine. Tikka dhene dhina ghene. All right. So that's how that is played right there. All right. Simple. Dhene. I guess it's not a dhene ghene phrase, but it's a dhene phrase. I should probably adjust that. Okay. Gadine terikete. That's there. This we'll get to later. This is very complicated. This is kind of hard too. We'll get to these. All right. Let's see. Okay, so, all right, one of the most important things, and this was given to me by Vivek, this one for nana ghene, tak dhene nana ghene, tik dhene nana ghene, ti dhene nana ghene, na dhene nana ghene. All right? All right, so here we go. Takka. So like first line, so takka dhene. Tik dhene nana ghene. Ti dhene nana ghene. Na dhene nana ghene. Yeah, glad you remember, Arya. This one is really good. This is how I think he got his nana ghene really well, because if you see some of his clips, he's playing many nana ghenes back to back very fast. So one more time. Takka. Tikka din. And tikka is basically when it goes faster with a ga. Everything has a ga added in this when it goes faster. So basically you have to master this dhene nana ghene part. All right, so takka. One more time, so. All right, and if you guys want to see a performance where I practiced this a lot, meaning I really pushed hard for, some months practicing this, and then my nana ghene came out pretty well at one place. If you guys want to see that, I'll show you that as well. Just say the word. Okay, so, yes? Okay, cool. All right, so taka is played with middle finger and tik with index. Thank you, Duskiel, for that good question. Taka, the first one, with the middle, yes. Tik is played, yes, tik is out here. Because see, what I'm about to tik dhene nana ghene is a famous luggi. So yeah, tik dhene nana ghene, famous, luggi basically. So that's how, that goes. So let's give me a second to pull this up. I think it's unlisted somewhere. Probably shouldn't show all this, but whatever. All right, let's see. Guzzles. Okay, I think I just messed this up. All right, we're back. Okay, cool. All right. So it's in this playlist somewhere. Guzzles. Why is it not opening? All right, maybe I'll just show this later. What can? Oh, the videos. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh yeah, I think you guys have probably already seen this. All right. Okay, so right here, this is a bad performance for me. Can you please play one more time the last one you play very slowly? Yeah, I'll do that one more time. I just want to show you guys something. This was actually a bad performance, like meaning my teriketes weren't landing and everything. But because I put so much time and I just didn't care, I was gonna make my nana ghene good. I would just sit there for 20 minutes, you know, whenever I had the time to practice this, and I would really make the nanagene well. Even though this is a bad performance, if you guys can see, my face is all red and this isn't really going well, but still the nanagene is because of so much practice on this, and I'll get right back to the exercise, but this is what it sounds like fast. And okay, of course, I know everyone will say, oh, why are you playing a low pitch tabla with guzzles? She didn't like the sound of the high pitch, all right? The high pitch she thought was too, you know, whatever. So that part don't regard, but the nanagene is what I want you to hear. And actually, to be honest, now that I hear it on these good headphones, it's not even that good. But anyways, so okay, this one more time, I'll play it. It's kind of sad. If you listen to it on bad headphones, it sounds better, but you can kind of tell there's not a lot of weight on. So anyways, that's kind of sad. All right, so one more time slowly. So tak good. So this is as slow as I can go. So tak. So first line with the middle finger, tikka. All right, tikka here, ti, and then na. One more time. So takka. So one more time, takka. So ti is basically thin, and then there's na. So all you have to know, dhene nanagene, hopefully that part you have down. Tak, tik, ti, na. It's like that. Dusky Elf says, wow. Yeah, it sounds probably good, but if you listen to it on, I always thought it was good nanagene, but I sent you a clip of what I meant by open versus close. All right, cool. I'll look at clips in a little bit. It's kind of, if you emailed it to me, it'd be easier. And yeah, let me actually say that to Tripdaj as well. Can you email this? Not showing on WhatsApp on stream. All right. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. I'll take a look. I don't want to break. Well, I guess if it's a question on open versus closed for Dhene, we can answer that right now. So let me just move this view really quickly. And give me 1 second, guys. All right. Okay. All right, confusion on Dhene. Okay, let's check this out. It'll just be me and the screen while doing this. Okay. It's a video, right? Okay, let's see. So that's Dhene. Okay, perfect. All right. So I think if you watch the stream, I answered this. The first one you're playing Dhene, and the second one, I know this is confusing, and to be honest, thank you guys for kind of explaining this, helping me understand this as well. The second one is Dhene. So when you play Dhene, it's all right. Let me switch back to this. When you play Dhene, that's Dhene, but Dhene. It's like you're playing a reverse Dhene. So. And apologies, my tabla doesn't sound good. So Dhene. So I guess the thing is there's different kinds of ne. So I realized that is really confusing, and yeah, that's actually pretty valuable that I didn't understand that until now. I've just been playing it. I just, I've had a knack for Dhene since I was younger. I never thought much about it, just been playing it. And only today have I realized that, yeah, it's played differently. So I appreciate that, guys. Now when I teach other people, I'll do better. All right. Okay. So the rest of this is pretty advanced stuff. So if you guys have other questions before we get to this stuff, we can go with that as well. But I realized today is a bit more of, kind of advanced things. So if you guys want to have more, questions, we can look at that. Let's look really quickly at what I got sent on WhatsApp. All right, perfect. It's done. Okay. All right. So let me also play one other thing. Let's see what this is. I bet you this will also be something pretty advanced, but let's just have a listen really quickly. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. So here we go. Man, I don't know what's wrong with the view. All right, thank you, Turptaj, for that very complicated Dhene. Yes, we will not be covering that right now, guys. All right, we will be covering that a little bit later, and I'll be having a word with Turptaj about, a little bit more clarity. All right, okay. Can I share the Word file of today's lecture? Yeah, hopefully this doesn't sound like a lecture, but I guess that is what it is. But okay, yeah, sure. Sure, I can definitely share it. But if you're just starting out, this may confuse you more than it helps. I'm still confused on what kind of content would be most helpful. The most basic content, intermediate content, because most of the people coming to this channel, they know how to play a lot of the basics. But anyways, so I guess we'll just continue as is. The best Dhene Gene Rela there is. All right, and this is again my opinion. Dhati gene, dhene gene, tak tak, dhene gene, tik, dhene gene, dhene nana gene, tene gene. Why? So it's okay. So let's answer this question. Let's help some people out. All right. So so when is it open versus closed? My bad. I just can't wrap my head around it. It's a fairly new bowl for me. It just depends on the circumstance. All right, there's no like hard and fast rule. You'll just have to listen and see how it's played. All right, but dhene gene. I actually need to see. This is also the crazy thing. I'm gonna take a minute right now and just actually figure it out myself, because this is really tripping me out, where I don't even understand how I'm playing it myself. So I kind of need to figure it out. So just give me a moment also to let's figure this out together, to be honest. So okay, so the ne is landing like this, but it's sliding. Okay, so like that. So dhene gene. It's a sliding ne. All right, so this is how you play dhene gene. Dhene gene. Dhene gene. So that's how it's played, all right? But when you play dhene, it can be played two ways. So dhene, and then dhene just open. So dhene, yeah. And if you play two dhenes, so yeah, dhene played like this. Dhene gene is played. So there's like a slide motion to it. But if you're just starting out, then play it. Make sure to get that down. Later on, make it more of a slide. Because if you just start playing it like, it won't have any weight to it. that's the best I can explain it. Maybe at another time I'll explain it better. All right. So that's the best I got. Okay. So dhati gene dhene gene tak tak dhene gene tik dhene gene dhene nana kene tene kene. So like this. All right. So ready? So I actually think full hand tete is better for this. So I'm gonna play that. So dhati. So one more time. So dhati gene dhene gene tak tak. One more time. So dhati ghene. Okay. Dhati ghene dhene ghene tak tak. Reverse tete. Dhati ghene dhene ghene tak tak dhene ghene tik dhene ghene dhene nana kene tine kene. All right. That's the most the best I can explain this. Even I'm kind of frustrated too with how even I can't wrap my head fully around Dhene. I find tak tak Dhene pretty hard. Yeah, it's not too hard. Just look at it like this. All right. I think dusky off this may help you. This, see, I can understand. Maybe Dhene fully I don't get yet. All right. So Dhene. So let's say you play Dhene. Hopefully you get that dusky off. Tete is just here. Look. You know, so if you're playing Dhene this way, just add the reverse tete. Don't play the regular tete. That would be too hard. Just play reverse tete. So just like that. Simple, pretty simple phrase. Dhene ghene tak tak. All right? Okay. All right. So dhene ghene tak. Okay, so that's that. Hopefully you guys get that. The reason why this is the best one is from here you can go into almost any dhene ghene relas. See, for example, you can go into dhene ghene tak tak. From tik dhene ghene dhene nana kene tene kene. You can go into dhene ghene tak dhene ghene dhene nana kene. You know, so there's so many different options from this rela that you can do as paltas. From dhati gene dhene, you could do dhati gene dhene, dhati gene dhene, dhati gene. So there's basically almost any dhene gene rela in Tintal, you know, can be kind of a palta of this. That's why I find this one so good and really good to practice. And of course, when you go really fast, you can play tik dhene gene dhene nati kene tene kene. You know, you don't have to play this nana kene. So that's one. In fact, there's another version of this where it's nana ghene dhene ghene. Let's actually change that actually. So nana ghene dhene ghene. So nana ghene dhene. So nana ghene dhene ghene tak. So nana ghene dhene ghene. Nana ghene dhene ghene. Tak tak dhene ghene. Nana ghene dhene ghene. Nana ghene dhene ghene tak tak dhene ghene tik dhene ghene dhene nana kene tene kene. Yes, I'll share the Word document. All right, that's fine. I'll share it. Okay. All right, so we'll do that, and then I'll just probably just cover one or two more things and probably wrap up anyways. Okay, so all right, I guess I could share my favorite. So I like this one because it has get on. So I'm assuming the audio is probably messing up when I play that, but so anyway, so dhene gene tak tak giran, dhene gene tak dhene. So nana kene. All right. So dhene gene tak tak get on. So get on doesn't have ge in it, ironically. So get on, like that. That's one way you can play get on. So there's other ways too, but that's the way it sounds good. So like that. So that's how you play it. Dhene gene tak tak get on. Dhene gene tik dhene nana gene. Dhene gene tak tak dhene gene tik dhene nana gene. All right. If there's any questions on that, I'll do it. The favorite dhene gene luggi. Dhene gene tak tak dhene gene nana gene. This is also a good one. Should be played with full hand. I was debating a little bit which one sounds better, two finger tete when you play dhene gene tak tak or full hand. I just think full hand sounds kind of better. You know, it gives a more full sound. Open and then full, they sound better together, in my opinion. So, okay, I'm messing that up a little bit. Let me try one more time. A little bit better, it could be, but yeah, that's kind of a good luggi. Pretty simple. If that's even a luggi, or maybe it's a short rela, but yeah, that's a good one, right? And simple too. I'll go over it one more time since you like it. So one more time. And look, on the ne, you just go from ne to tak. So that's how it can be played fast. Oh yeah, okay, but the real secret to this, let's put in the secret. Don't tell anyone, guys. Okay. Accent di nanakene. If you play it slightly louder than everything else, then it sounds even way cooler. I can't play it fast while accenting it, but here we go. So this is how it would be. Can you switch the order of tak tak first? No, I mean you could. You see that? Dhene gene and then tak tak. It'd be ne here. It's not really going to work. But anyways, if you played it with the nanakene louder. Okay, this is what it should feel like. This is when you play that faster. It should feel like, oh, it's so soothing. The dhene gene. Then the nanakene shocks you up like you got an electric shock or something. That would be how I should explain how this should feel if you're playing this properly. You know, almost like someone is shocking you. That's what makes this more dramatic. Whenever I try to play anything, I try to add as much drama and theatrics into it. Makes tabla playing. That's when it goes to a whole nother level. You know, beyond speed and clarity and all that. All right. So tak tak dhenegene nanakene dhenegene. So tak tak dhenegene. Yeah, I mean that's just the palta of it. So yeah, I mean that's also. So like that. And then people also do. I used to play the whole last year. I saw a video of one of Pandit Yogesh Samsi's tutorials. Yes, I watched tutorials as well. And he talked a lot about playing dhenegene with two fingers. And I just don't like that. You know, you guys can, I'm not disparaging him at all, but I just think dhenegene tak tak with the full hand, Ustad Zakir Sen has made that sound awesome. So that's one right there. Dhenegene dha, so dhenegene dha dha, dhenegene dha dha, dhenegene dha dha, dhenegene. All right, so this is a good phrase to work both the baya and the dhenegene. So dhene gene da da, dhene gene da da, dhene gene da da, dhene gene. One more time. One more time. Dhene gene da da, dhene gene da da, dhene gene. So yeah, didn't know these bowls can be so advanced. They're not really that hard. I'll show you one that's hard in a moment. Actually, they're getting harder. You know, I think I should have more in mind who I'm teaching to. I just don't know anything easy for Dhene. You know, and I'll even show you guys Dhene. When I was 14 years old, I was playing like Dhene stuff as well. I'll just show you guys that really quickly. I know I'm playing probably a lot of clips today, but I always liked Dhene, so I never really took the time to understand it because even when I was younger, I was already playing it.
Whoa, looks like you're backing up.
Oh, man. I was already playing it with some proficiency. So this is like a luggy I was playing it. This is in my room. There was something that I had to try out for and submit a clip. This is like, I think 14 or something like this, so a good 17 years ago is when I filmed this, or all right, so I'm going off beat a little bit. So this is Dhati gene tik dhene gene dhene nati gene tik dhene gene dhene dhati gene. This is what I was playing when I was way younger. So yeah, this sounds alright, but I'm not landing on a lot of places. But anyway, so this is kind of what I was playing even when I was, you know, way younger. So Dhene was one thing I could always kind of rely on wherever I went. For example, at that other concert video I guys showed you, I didn't want to play Dhene there. I had practiced, you know, I was uploading tutorials at the time. I decided to do one thing to get started on these tutorials that 100 days in a row. I was going to upload tutorials, you know, every day. So I was working kind of pretty hard on my terekete, everything else, but none of that landed. You know, all of that stuff worked at home, but when I was over there, it didn't land. Not the way I wanted it to, at least. So nanagene and henegene was my kind of easy win to kind of, you know, so thank you guys. I guess I never really thought a lot about, you know, is it open or closed? So I'm kind of figuring it out with you guys. I've just been playing, you know, which maybe is not a good thing. I kind of realized. Nati, okay, so this is another good phrase. Nati gegetake dhene nanagene dhene gene nati gegetake dhene nanagene. Okay, so here we go. So okay, so this one, another, you know, I guess I'm sharing a lot of stories. When I was playing Nati Gegetake Dhene, I played it all with starting with the two fingers. Start with the index, so this is a very good thing to practice. I heard this in a clip. It sounds good. It sounds really good. So one more time. So Nati Gegetake Dhene. So nati gege taka dhene nana gene dhene gene dhene gene. So one more time. So nati. One more time. So nati gege taka dhene nana gene dhene gene dhene gene nati gege taka dhene nana gene. So a bit faster. So what makes this beautiful is the multiple dhenegenes in a row. Nati gegetake dhene nana gene dhene gene dhene gene nati gegetake dhene nana gene. One more time. So like that. All right. And I think I covered everything. And now I'll just show you guys something I find really hard when you have multiple Dhenes. Now, by the way, there's one guy in the Discord. I think his name is like Shantanu. Man, he plays multiple Dhenes so well. He came in one time in the community and posted just one thing. I was like, hey guys, here's my playing. I clicked on it. It was so insane. The multiple Dhenes. I was like, man, this is crazy. I even messaged him, and I don't think he ever responded, but it was just so good. I'm a big fan of anyone that can play multiple Dhenes. So here we go. This one goes so you can imagine how many Dhenes you're playing, you know, in a row to kind of get a sound like this. So so one more time. So I'll speed it up a little bit. You guys will get a little bit of an idea of how it sounds. So. So thick. We could do Dhene there too as well. All right, I guess this kind of flows kind of with it two stuff. So. All right, guys, so that's everything when it comes to Dhene. You know, any questions or anything? I mean, to be honest, I figured this out all with you guys too, so. Okay, maybe not all of this, but certain things I couldn't explain. And if user, you're still in the chat, here is the doc. All right. Anything? We're good. We're all masters of Dhene. We just understand all of it. Yes, look right above you. I just posted the link. Good Lord. All right. Guys, if you want, you know, lessons one-on-one with, there was a guy in here earlier. I played one of his clips. He's playing the Dhene with Triptraj. He's our in-house expert. Check out the pinned link right there. tabla.club tabla.club-school. It's right there in the comments. All right. And I think that might be it. Probably just play a little bit, and then I'll wrap up. So yeah, of course what I'm working on is Dhati Dhene as well. So might as well do it. I'm trying to combine that with some bio work. So what I'm working on is So yeah, that's basically what I'm working on. That's it, guys. I'll just, I'll just keep playing. If there's anything, you guys can just go ahead and say it. I noticed in the recordings when I listen, I tell people to, I say I'm gonna end, and then I go on for like another 45 minutes. What I'm working on is practicing Dhati Dhene Dhene, but also the index finger. So Dhati Dhene Dhene, Dhati Dhene Dhene, Dhati Dhene Dhati Dhagat. Dhati Dhene Dhene, Dhati Dhene Dhene, Dhati Dhene. So yeah, stuff like that is what I'm working on. I guess I can't have this on screen as well. I'm mastering the Dhati Dhene, So Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene. The Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhene. So that's good. So Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhene Dhene, Dhati Dhati Dhagena, Dhati Dhagatunakena. Yeah, well, you're welcome, man. So one more time. So Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati. So how'd it go? Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhene Dhene, Dhati. Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhene Dhene, Dhati. Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati. Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati. Dhati Dhene. Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati. Dhati Dhene. Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati Dhene, Dhati. Dhati Dhagena, Dhati Dhagat. All right, guys. So I think that's about it for today. Overall, today I felt I couldn't. I think it's a kind of an irony of what happened today. Because I played Dhene Dhene well, I couldn't explain it properly. So that is strange. I did not expect that to happen. Because other bowls like Dhere Dhere I've had trouble with, I can explain that better. So that is really weird. That is really weird. But all right, guys, that's all I got to say. Good night and take care.